punchdown is strong and assertive. Comes to Michael Donlan, however. They will want to stop him on these surging runs. Joe Bergen floats it very high, and that is over the bar. It's his first point in this Connacht semi-final. Created by an incisive run from Michael Donlan, but the finish with Bergen was very, very good. So it's back to a 2-point advantage for the visitors here to Tuam. Sean O'Dwyer. Joe Bergen knocks it back for Declan Meehan to run on top. Given a lot of space. In the middle is Alan Kearns. Corey Joyce is standing off on a shot, and Derek Thompson saves confidently. Uses Dennis Gavin. The famous Clonagale club. Fergal O'Donnell loses possession. Fair challenge from Tommy Joyce. It's Clifford MacDonald under pressure. Pumps it forward. Anticipated by Tomas Mannion. Frankie Dolan. And Frankie is absolutely incensed with the referee's decision. Play continues on. Tommy Joyce flicks it over towards Joe Bergen at the far wing. It comes to Seamus O'Neill instead. Conor Kennelly. In the centre is Francie Graham. Roscommon playing with confidence. Up towards big full forward Jerry Lohan. Gets there ahead of Gary Fahey. The running off the ball is from centre half forward John Hanley. But this is a great run by Lohan, coming down inside the small rectangle, just on the verge of it, and that's going to be a free on the 13-metre line. But great play by Roscommon.
Great play by both teams indeed, Marty. There's great fluency to this game so far in the second half, and that time, you know, it's a great sport for Roscommon the way Jerry Lohan took on Gary Fahey and earned his free.
Big Seamus O'Neill has picked up an injury, and his role is vital as Roscommon takes an easy point. The boot of Frankie Dolan. That's a goal and 2 points now for the corner forward. Here's Jerry Lohan. This was a great penetrating run, taking on two Galway defenders. Jersey pulled by Meehan, and that's going to be a free, no doubt. Again, Roscommon must be confident with the way they're playing. That's a great ball for Lohan. The through ball across field diagonally is for Frankie Dolan. Tomas Mannion. But Dolan seems to have injured himself in the process and went down, and the ball swept downfield by Sean O'Donnell. I'm not too sure what happened to Frankie Dolan, but it's going to change the trend of the game. Here's Comer, and it's gone over the bar. Kieran Comer's first point. Well, that is an amazing sequence because Roscommon were in total control, but it would appear that Frankie Dolan has picked up a shoulder injury. And from losing possession down at the far end, you can see him getting attention from Dr. Martin Daly again. Galway responded. Here's Dolan, and just seemed to pick up a twist on his shoulder, which obviously was agonising. And Roscommon are going to have to perhaps make a change to a full forward line that has been awesome at times. And Frankie is in considerable pain.
And it's certainly events like that can change the course of a game.
Galway are taking off Tommy Joyce, it would appear, from the sideline man at the far side. And coming on is John Donlan. So John Donlan is on, and Tommy Joyce has made way. And here's a man who has a point to prove.
Very much so. He'll relish getting in here, and certainly he'll enjoy playing with the wind and the ball coming long into the full forward line.
Connacht, great catch again. The high fielding in this game has been undoubtedly one of the highlights. This is Clifford MacDonald, who's fouled and a free to Roscommon. Frankie Dolan is still on the field, but again the doctor is coming on, and I'm sure Roscommon are going to make it a switch because Frankie is just unable to continue.
Roscommon team, number 15, Frankie Dolan, is replaced by number 21, Stephen Lohan.
So it looks like Stephen Lohan is going to come on, and Stephen of course picked up a shoulder injury and thus was unable to start, and is by far the best Roscommon forward. And his role now will be most interesting. Does he take up full forward responsibilities, and his brother Jerry perhaps move to the corner?
I say both of them will just man the full forward line, but certainly Roscommon are fortunate to have a player of Stephen Lohan's calibre to come in instead of Frankie Dolan.
And Frankie, who is his class act, will play no further part as this free is taken by Deneen, but it's well wide. The information from the sideline is that Frankie Dolan has dislocated his shoulder, and we wish him a very speedy recovery.
One other feature I think that is noticeable in this half is that the wind has dropped somewhat. It's not as strong as it was earlier on.
We send our best wishes too to Paddy Mulligan, the former Republic of Ireland international star, who is an out-and-out Galway fan. He's watching this match in St. Vincent's Hospital in Dublin, and I'm sure a little bit concerned. Declan Meehan trying to set up another attack, and that is floating it high up towards Porrick Joyce. White got there first. Joyce going through, takes a shot, and that is over the bar. The 6th point of the match for Porrick Joyce. John White actually won possession but lost it, and Joyce availed of the error.
Yeah, one thing you have to hand Porrick Joyce is finishing is absolutely clinical. Certainly in that case, John White was somewhat unlucky, beat Porrick Joyce to the ball, but the break favoured Joyce, but his finishing is absolutely wonderful to watch.
1 point between the sides. Seamus O'Neill gets it back for Francie Graham. Needs to use Clifford MacDonald. Conor Kennelly. Back to Clifford MacDonald. Going forward is Gary Cox. Loves to run at opposing defences. Takes a shot which is going to the left and wide. That's Roscommon's 9th wide of the game.
Couple of things that'll hearten Galway. Sean O'Donnell is winning very good ball for them at midfield. Jeff Fallon started very lively but hasn't been in the game in the last 15 minutes or so, and the forward line in general in Galway seems to be depending on Porrick Joyce.
The break favours Roscommon. Clifford MacDonald. It's a poor ball, however, and should be a defender's ball all the way, but it's won by Nigel Deneen. Outside is Paul Noon. Knocked away by Sean O'Donnell. Fairly and squarely. Michael Donlan, another high challenge as he was passing Conor Kennelly, and Kennelly immediately apologises to Donlan. It was accidental, but the referee could well be issuing his 3rd yellow card to a Roscommon footballer.
Indeed, Michael Donlan has got a couple of those head-high tackles today, back in his own defence.
I think there is a genuine fear from Roscommon of Michael Donlan going on one of these surging runs. Porrick Joyce picks up the break, off the post. Derek Thompson has to come off his line, hits Alan Kearns a fair shoulder. There is nobody in the goal. It's Alan Kearns back outside to Joe Bergen, trying to float it in. Hits off a Roscommon defender and out for a 45. The second 45 of the match. Well, it's interesting and exciting at times. Derek Thompson had to come off his line. It was a fair shoulder in Kearns. Lovely skill by the Cameron star. And that was well worth seeing again. Michael Donlan. Great catch, this time by John White. Sean O'Donnell. Paul Noon was coming forward, but again Michael Donlan picks it up and away he goes. Nobody readily available. Pass was not accurate, and neither was that. Sean O'Donnell thought about lobbing it in, but instead went for the point, but drove it wide.
Oh, indeed, just for a split second there, if Sean O'Donnell had let the ball in, he had two Galway forwards right inside the Roscommon defence. There was a goal on there for a split second.
Martin Raftery has picked up an injury, and he's the player down at the moment for Roscommon. And that's a cornerback position that has caused problems, as Galway decide to introduce Kevin Walsh, as they obviously are aware that the Galway machine is not ticking on normal power, and it looks like Kieran Comer, corner forward, is going to make way, and obviously there's going to be an alteration to the Galway lineup.
Kevin Walsh replaces number 15, Kieran Comer, and the Galway team.
So Kieran Comer, the Galway captain, goes off, and Kevin Walsh is on at centre field. Sean O'Donnell. Now that seemed to me to be a fair challenge, but the referee saw otherwise, and it's going to be a free to Galway. This is John Donlan's first touch of the ball. Hits it powerfully, straight over the bar. John Donlan responds to the challenge and kicks a point that levels the match for the third time.
That's a marvellous score from John Donlan. It's certainly something that he's very, very good at, and it's something that will give him great confidence for the remainder of the game.
This was a powerful kick, way out towards the sideline. Raised the white flag. Fergal O'Donnell. Foul just inside the Galway 45. Well, they started at the start of the second half with a 2-point advantage. Quickly it turned to 3, and now Galway have levelled. Done so with a lot of hard work. This is a chance now for Roscommon to go back in front. Jerry Lohan to take this. This one is well wide. Kept in play, surprisingly, by Sean O'Donnell. Declan Meehan. John Dively provides the overlap. Continues to go down the sideline. There's a push, and free to Galway. Kevin Walsh has the ball, but gives it away. John Hanley. Francie Graham. Running in perhaps to a cul-de-sac, but gets out of it. Comes back to Graham once more. The referee said there was a jersey tug, so it's a free for Roscommon. This angle a lot more difficult for Jerry Lohan.
Watch the free man, Kevin. Don't pick it up. Pass left. Watch the fist up.
It's an intelligent ball, and the finish matches it. Great point. Seamus O'Neill will take the credit, but good vision as well by Jerry Lohan.
Yes, indeed, great vision by Jerry Lohan. Jerry had missed 2 frees earlier on, possibly hadn't got the confidence to do that, but a lovely pass to Seamus O'Neill, who struck it delightfully between the posts.
This will certainly boost the confidence of this young player. That's Roscommon's first score in 12 minutes. They seem to be under siege quite a bit from this Galway side, but they're back in front. Francie Graham now. Corey Glally will use Joe Bergen. Kevin Walsh. Michael Donlan. As Galway tried to open up this Roscommon defence. Good interception by Paul Noon and Francie Graham. They stuck to their task admirably. Here's Fergal O'Donnell. The run through by Seamus O'Neill. Survives the challenge from John Dively. Can he do it again? Oh, that is a magnificent point. Absolutely magnificent. Seamus O'Neill took the ball on the run, had the confidence from just a few moments ago to try for the second point, and he succeeded. One happy man from Kilbride.
That's an absolute wonderful score from Seamus O'Neill. It probably came about an overhand pass between Gerald Fallon and Michael Donlan, but the finish there again from Seamus O'Neill. 2 in a row, great scores from him.
2-point advantage at half time. 18 minutes gone into the second half. They've restored that 2-point advantage. Conor Kennelly bursting his way through, takes too many steps, and that's going to be a free out to Galway. Frankie Dolan and Dr. Martin Daly together, disappointed with that last effort. Joe Bergen again available on the wing. Kevin Walsh. Referee says play on and take your free. Jeff Allen. This is when he's most dangerous, when he's running at opposing defences. Paul Noon is disgusted, but it was really a foul by Fergal O'Donnell that conceded the free.
That's true, and I suppose Gerald Fallon had lost possession here, but I think, yeah, all right, Fergal O'Donnell caught him all right by the jersey.
Once more, it's John Donlan. Can he raise the white flag for the second time? He can't. Sends it wide. And that looked a lot easier than the first.